The stuff that dreams are made of.
I have arrived at the prop store auction for a sneak peek here. It is literally like almost 11 p.m. at night, the middle of the night. We've broken in. We're going to look at some stuff because the catalog show will be coming to you. This is not completely fair because I'm getting to see some stuff before I even get to see it in the catalog. But this was too good an opportunity to both see the stuff and make fun of Ryan for not seeing it. It's like I'm getting to go to the George Lucas archives all over again, only it's like the prop store archives, only it's all for sale. So let's just take a look at the upcoming auction stuff. Alrighty, come on in, Brandon. We're standing here with Brandon Allinger.
Hi, guys.
What are you, the president?
I'm something.
He's something here at Prop
yeah.
Store. He's got keys and an alarm code, so we're here.
They let
which
me
is
in at
great.
11 at night.
Exactly. He had access, and that's all you need is an inside man. This is incredible. This is, I am hesitating, well, I'm waiting to sort of turn through the catalog for our show. So this is incredible to see, and I'm already losing my mind, and I don't even know where to look. Ghost Trap, Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah, this is 2. Let's
okay.
Just show
Look at that.
For the record,
working
the
lights.
Work, which is what you want to
Peek
see.
in. Is it okay to open?
It doesn't open.
Oh, this one doesn't open. Okay,
one.
yep.
And the
no
story
worries.
here is you see the little fabric strips.
Yep.
So they put a smoke chemical on that.
And that's
when,
how it kind of smoked
you
up
see
when they used
smoking,
it.
That's the one.
Incredible. Superman Crystal, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, not Wonder Man, Wonder Woman from the old TV show. You guys have some really, I guess, comics and comic art. Jack Kirby, Fantastic Four Annual 2, Molecular Man piece coming up in this auction. Wolverine, Pumpkin Bob. Oh, that's excellent. That's really cool. Is that Green Goblin from Spidey or Hobgoblin from later?
I think it's Green Goblin.
It's Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
It's always fun if it lights up.
But where my eye goes, even though it's all incredible, and it goes there mainly because I think Ryan's going to lose his shit. Batman Spear Gun, Michael Keaton Batman. That is insane. I don't know. You don't have to say where it comes from. Is this the one that a certain someone we knew had, or is this a different one?
There's kind of only a couple around.
Okay.
So
So yes,
there's kind of only
this
a couple.
is an incredible piece. Instant Batman collection, but this is. May I?
Sure. Yeah.
This is insane. I mean, look at this thing.
If you pull the little cord out, it's actually on a spring.
Turn. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is. Oh man.
And then the handle folds on the other side as well.
Oh, so it kind of clips.
It just goes like
that.
like
that, so it can go into
and be on
your
the belt.
bat belt.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty
I mean,
special.
Talk about like you could be Batman with this thing. I don't think it holds your weight, but this is insane.
So that's like his signature.
Yeah.
You know, the toy, the publicity photos. There are those famous stills done by Herb Ritz, which like Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, and he's always holding it.
Yeah, I mean that shot. You know the.
Yeah, that's his gadget for sure.
And these are Keaton's boots, which I never realized have a Nike swoosh on them.
Yeah.
So these are like. Let's see if we can get that. I had no idea. Can you see that, Bart? Can you get in there? They have the Nike swoosh.
Totally
so like
Nike.
made by Nike, which I never knew, which is just kind of great. And that's an Ed Hannigan prelim. I don't know the Batman issue, but Ed Hannigan was sort of the cover prelim artist for years for DC Comics, and that's a great looking Batman cover. So you can kind of put it all together. National Treasure, that's 2, I think, right?
Yes,
Book of the Presents or Book of Secrets or something, which is great. And we were just talking, and Ryan and I were just talking about the fact that is a wonderful prop-heavy movie that I love. But I'm stopping here because I don't even I like it. I don't love Last Crusade the way some people love Last Crusade. You like Last Crusade.
You never liked the third one.
It's the third one. Yeah. Third one's always problems. But this is incredible.
It's good.
This is okay to.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's a great prop.
This is insane. What I love about this is, I mean, first of all, brown. Second of all, just look, every page is something, and it's got all the little knickknacks, all the Dr. Henry Jones, like little fold-ups and bills and things and whatever, and this is incredible. And these came from the guy who made them?
Yeah, there was
a couple of them, right? Back in the day, there was sort of a...
I think so, but this was actually the last one that he had, because Steven went and met him in about 2008, 2009, and he still had this, and then he didn't want to sell it, but he later released it to someone.
Gotcha. But not Steven. Oh, well.
No, not Steven.
Is that okay like that?
Up here. Yeah.
That's... I don't want to... I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay.
Because I may buy it, but I don't want to buy it because I
I'll
break it.
reposition it.
Yes,
after.
I don't want to buy it because I screwed
You
it
don't
up.
have to buy it.
Yes, exactly.
Purchased by choice.
And then a movie that I love that people forget about from time to time. Both of these things, right? From The Natural.
Yes.
The Ball.
Yeah.
And the Wonder Boy Bat, which is incredible.
And Screen Match.
Screen Match from the prop
Screen
guy.
matched it,
From the
yes.
prop guy.
Has
And
a letter
Screen
from the
Match.
prop master.
That's...
And Screen Match to a 4K still of like Robert Redford in the dugout with it. So, and the wood grain is unique on all of them because it's cut from real wood, so you can match it.
Fans of the book, they did change the ending, but still a hell of a movie. Happy ending, but the book, very depressing. And perhaps for the times we live in, more appropriate, because you might as well just be depressed. But anyway, that's an insane prop. And nothing, I've seen fake ones, but screen matched, never.
It's awesome.
Never.
Yeah, it's
That's
the first one
insane.
we've ever handled.
That's insane. I got to start with Hattori Hanzo, the bride's sword, with blood on it. So certainly used for something. I don't see the what's the word? The engraving on it. So probably more of a stunt one.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the blade is actually like a balsa wood.
Oh,
that's
okay.
coated in like a foil tape, and I think it's designed to basically snap if she hits something too hard.
Gotcha.
So it's like an action
So that's
sequence
perfect,
version.
perfect.
Super lightweight.
I wanted to go like, oh, Hattori Hanzo, you lie! Like, I think that was the line, whatever. Bad Motherfucker Wall is here on the Quentin Tarantino shelf.
That's
Just
right, yeah.
fantastic. And did you tell me that you said the prop guy used it and kept it, and that's why it's kind of that he actually used it as his wallet. So it's like the equivalent if like I was walking around and like this was a movie prop, and that one day I was like, oh yeah, it's all beat up, I'm gonna give it to you to sell. Okay, that's funny.
He used it for a solid 6 to 12 months, and then thought maybe I should put this away.
He used it and sweated a lot, so that's real prop guy sweat. And then this is just insane. Obviously, Star Wars, but there is no Star Wars without American Graffiti. And so that's Harrison Ford, Bob Falfa's kind of crazy cowboy hat, which, from my memory, was Harrison Ford's choice. He wanted to...
I've heard that
He was
story,
trying to be
right.
like a weird character. That was his take on it.
Yeah.
And kind of came up with that. And then this is his license plate. It's not a real license plate. It's just a piece of cardboard. And can I flip it to show?
Yeah.
Check it. Screen matched also, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And check that out. Falfa.
Yeah.
Which is kind of great.
The double-sided tape.
Right. That's they just would just stick it on the car. And this kind of crazy upside down license plate holder.
Which was like a real car dealership in Corte Madera, but they obviously wanted to blank that out, so they just put chrome tape over it.
Which is just kind of wild. And also wonderful that it's sort of, they used it upside down. It's like a precursor to Star Wars where they're taking things and not using them kind of the way that they're supposed to be used. But if you think about the hot rods in graffiti as the precursor to the land speeder, which I think about 23 hours a day, it actually makes sense, which is kind of great. I'm not a horror guy, but I'm going to go right here for, this is an Edward Scissorhands. This is a close-up hand, basically?
Yeah. So the story is these blades are real metal. So they were like mold masters. They made these and then they made molds off them to make the rubber blades for Johnny Depp. But then the practical effects guys looked at it and said, hey, we can use that for close-ups. So the practical effects guys mounted it on this pole arm, and then they would literally be off camera
and
shaking
just go like this while he's whatever he's doing.
Ice
Exactly. He's cutting the bushes or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just doing
With
that,
the
and the camera's just kind of here.
Yeah.
That is
pretty cool.
excellent.
Yeah.
Can we pull it out a second, or is it?
I think it's mounted.
Oh,
to
it's
the
mounted.
base,
Okay.
So I don't think we
that.
can.
Could we pull the whole base out and just do this and put the camera and put our iPhone right there? We'll make a shot. Gremlins 2, but just excellent little maquette there.
Or puppet.
Puppet. An actual puppet.
Stop motion.
Ooh,
there's a whole stop motion
even
armature,
better,
which is cool.
That is fantastic and good condition too.
Yeah.
That
We
is
had a little bit of
nice.
sealing work done by Tom Spina's guys, just to preserve it. And we have the spider gremlin also puppet, which is the same scale. It's bigger.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
Wider.
I think it's the same scale, but it is bigger because it's just a bigger creature. But those are great pieces. They came from Doug Beswick, who's a well-known creature effects artist.
Is this also?
Yes.
This is Beswick now.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at a loss. What am I looking at?
This is Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
So this is Dancing Linda coming up out of the ground. Big thing. This is Freddy. You see how he's got the blade glove?
Oh, okay. So that's after he gets like whatever burned or something.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is something I do recognize. Get in here. Come on in, Bart. This is I don't know what you call it, the pig nose from Twilight Zone. How does something like that last and show up all these years
I mean,
later?
that's amazing. The woman who could sign that, literally her dad was a makeup artist.
I love that.
Picture
I
of her
love that.
dad applying the makeup 60 years ago. They've had it in a bag in the family ever since. Awesome. That's the most fun stuff. Like the graffiti the guy literally had almost 50 years. The same guy. And then he calls and says, hey,
I have this hat.
Yeah, we love that.
In my house, like, I can't find a hat from like that I just bought on vacation in Hawaii like a month ago. I can't even find that hat, let alone that straw hat from 50 years ago.
If it was Harrison Ford, you'd know where it was.
I guess I probably know where it is, or at least not let the kids touch it. Just insanely good stuff, but I want to jump to more things, so I'm ignoring the bottom shelf. I'm sorry, bottom shelf. Come over here a second. Aliens. There's aliens here, there's aliens over there, which we'll get to in a second. So Frost armor, the Colonial Marines armor, and then this is, I don't know what the hell you call it. This is that big gun that basically Vasquez and Dietrich, right? Is it Dietrich? No, not Dietrich. Drake.
Yeah.
You know, and just they're those just crazy badasses. This is that just giant crazy gun.
They call it the smart gun.
Oh, okay.
And they put it on the Steadicam rig, right? Like
basically,
like
yeah, exactly, because it's like on their backpack and whatever.
Heavy,
yeah,
it weighs a ton.
But it actually does weigh a ton.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Look at this thing, and it's just so great because it's a gun, but they've added all this other stuff like for no reason and stuff.
This is like off a motorcycle. Yeah.
Just incredible. And the armor is just great.
Terry English armor, and this is specifically used for shot where Frost he gets lit on fire and then he flips down over.
Oh, and he falls over the railing in the stairwell.
And they did it practically. They put it on a mannequin, lit it on fire. So there's all this. I guess we were told it's rubber cement. It's all over the.
So
back
that's what they put on, and then that's what lit on
that
fire. Oh, that's excellent.
And even like the buckles on the side are melted, and the foam padding inside is melted. And there's behind the scenes photo where you can see the mannequin dressed up in this armor, and you can photo match it to that. So
it's excellent.
Terry English stuff, which is just awesome.
And then we're jumping over here. Come with me. But look at this stuff down here. Just aliens insanity. Frost helmet, flamethrower. That's Vasquez's. So that would go with her gun. That's the thing that sort of plugs in. That's her targeting thing and her mic.
Yeah.
And then. We're in the Pike, 5x5.
Yeah.
Is that Dietrich? No, nobody's Dietrich. That's
Farrah.
fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's Dietrich, though. Somebody better be Dietrich, and soon. Just insane. I love this shuttle from
DS9.
DS9.
Yeah, a little Defiant shuttle that has neon lights in it, which work. It's pretty cool.
Is that out of that old Sotheby's Star Trek auction
I don't
or
think
something
so.
else? Oh, no.
I don't think this is in it. Here, this one's fun.
Oh, this is very fun. I had one of these years ago. I love that. Look at that. That is
anything
excellent.
that lights up is fun. Yeah.
That is really wonderful. I love that.
Oh, inside that there's actually a little prop guy Easter egg. So you see that, you know who that is?
Oh,
it's from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes, exactly.
It's a little, I don't know if I think it's Tom Servo or Crow or something like that.
So Joel, whatever his name was, needs to come and buy this. Yeah. That's excellent. Look at all these prequel. Who cares? This is insane and is definitely something, as I'm seeing it, I'm literally putting on my list. This is a stunt Thor hammer. This came out of the actual official Marvel auction that was a couple of years ago. So unlike every other Thor hammer I've ever handled, it's legal.
It may be the only Thor hammer that they officially released, and it was an auction a while ago. It was like 10 years ago. So it's a stunt, right?
It's a stunt,
lightweight
but
head.
Come in, look at this. This is insane. You'll be able to see all this stuff in the catalog and stuff, but just look at like the runes. Look at the stitching and the leather. The wristband, but it's got some staining on it, which I always love to see. I like the sense of usage, whatever. This definitely has damage. It has seen. This is the damage I want on my stunt hammer. This kind of cushioning and whatnot. I'm not going to press any further because I don't want to cause damage. But this is what you want in one of these, not this sort of perfect off-the-shelf looking thing. This is wonderful. All right, this next one's gonna make me ill.
You gotta say something.
There's nothing to say. I'm gonna tell the truth here, which is, I knew this was coming. You sort of let me know as it was breaking that this was happening. And at the moment when you first knew about it, or when you first were giving it to me, it was simply a pyro model, which is one of the X-Wings that was built to blow up during the X-Wing run, basically survived. And there was a picture of it in the old ILM place, and it matched, and it was insane, and it was the greatest thing I'd ever heard. And then, what happens?
And then we figured out that it's actually in the movie, and it's a red leader, and it was used for the red leader shot. It's in the film. It matches numerous behind-the-scenes photos as red leader, and then they added 2 more red stripes to the wings.
Because red leader gets shot in the back and basically runs away like a no-good coward.
And survives
Coward.
the filming process.
Coward.
Died in the movie.
Coward. Anyway.
And red leader is red 1, so it just had 1 stripe on the wing. And then they were obviously thinking of reusing it since the model survived.
Because they only did a little bit of a pyro in the back of it.
Unlike
insane.
other things which they blew to hell.
And previous to this, I have in my collection, you've seen in collections, pieces of blown up pyro ones where they have like I have and I've shown pictures of it. I have like a piece of the fuselage, and I think I have 2 left wings. So pieces have always existed. This,
as far as we know, it's the only. There it is.
This is madness.
And even though it's a pyro model and it's all cast rigid foam, the detail is still incredible, and the finish work is
look at
phenomenal.
this. I mean, the paint job.
You've got these tiny little decals in here, like there with the little letter. That's a tiny little decal,
look at this.
Which they put on the hero models also. Likely painted by Joe Johnson.
I was about to say, do we think Joe Johnson?
I think I mean, there's definitely pictures of him painting X-Wing models, and
I mean, this paint job is so damn good. It feels like it has to be him. I'd like to think it's him, whether it is or isn't. I guess I wonder if he would remember. But wow, the little R2 unit.
And look at when you look at these 3 stripes. Look at how solid that one is compared to these 2. So
that was probably the one,
the first
and then
one,
it became
and then
3.
they added 2 more and slightly different.
And you can kind of tell it's sort of it's like a different paint job.
Totally,
yeah,
right.
exactly,
it's not
exactly.
quite the same red, so it just fills in that story of how they put it together. You can see little tiny holes in the top here to do with the hanging on wires.
Gotcha.
Maybe there was little eye hooks or something.
Because these were not necessarily rod mounted, because they weren't necessarily doing like stop motion. They were just kind of flying them through and blowing them up.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And I think all was hung on wires. There's no armature in it. And even in the photos, you see they're always just on C-stands, so they just basically have a hole in the back and they just run a big pole arm.
And that's kind of what
which is
more
what
or less doing.
we did with the stand here. Yeah. But you know, in the production photos that we found where you can see it, it's things like this little red marking here has this like swoop shape in it.
That's
you can match that. And you know, things like this sort of purple gray color here, that was put on as red 3. So in the red 1 pictures you don't see that, and then in the red 3 picture you do see it. And likewise, there's another little panel there that's gray, not in the red 1 photo, shows up in the red 3 photo. So
and is this just sort of like blaster scoring,
I think
so to speak, and whatever? And because these X-Wings, again, until the prequels were made, the idea was this was older technology that had seen better days, as opposed to the newer Empire stuff. Yeah.
And I actually think this is so specific as it took a big hit here. They had to replace this panel, which is why it's clean and shiny. And then this is kind of the burn off effect of the rest of that. So really thought out, you know?
Just insane. I mean, and like really like perfect. I mean,
yeah, condition wise, I mean, like I said, there's that one tiny missing fin.
Oh, wait, get in here. Get in here. See, there's a fin and a fin, and there's a fin there, but this, no fin. Hold on a second.
Send it
Hold
back.
on.
Send
Do
it
not. There's no fin. I recommend to all our viewers not to bid. Do not buy this. This is garbage.
Wait for one with a fin.
Wait for one with a fin.
Sure one will
sometime in the
show up
next
with a
20
fin.
to 30,000 years, one with a fin will show up. You bid on this one, on that one. I'll bid on this one, okay? All right, I'm talking to you, ghost of Paul Allen. Peter Jackson, if you are watching, do not bid on this. The last man that bid against me, Paul Allen, died mysteriously You don't want that happening to you. The curse of bidding against me. Look, I don't know what happened. Things happen. You don't want to bid on this, Peter Jackson or Ghost of Paul Allen. Okay. Bad Motherfucker Wall. This here on the Quentin Tarantino shelf.
That's
Just
right,
fantastic. And did you tell me that you said the prop guy used it and kept it, and that's why it's kind of that he actually used it as his wallet? So it's like the equivalent if like I was walking around and like this was a movie prop, and that one day I was like, oh yeah, it's all beat up, I'm gonna give it to you to sell. Okay, that's funny.
He used it for a solid 6 to 12 months, and then thought maybe I should put this away.
He used it and sweated a lot, so that's real prop guy sweat.